The SAT and ACT, I recommend you start early. It's like some people think of it as a test as in school, so they will prepare for it just soon in advance, kind of like cramming, as people do for a lot of tests in high school. I would recommend against that. Remember, the SAT and ACT test your whole academic career. It tests a lot of content: math, grammar, editing, reading, using your calculator, number skills, algebra, geometry, algebra 2, arithmetic, probability and statistics, a lot of different things. So I'd recommend you prepare for it as you're going, years in advance, and then do some last minute preparation review 3 to 6 months beforehand. But you really need to be learning the material as you're going along, because there's so much. Make sure you're getting some good knowledge and skills in grammar. Sentence diagramming is a good thing to do if you're ready for it. I know when I did it in 8th grade, I hadn't had enough writing or reading experience, so it didn't really help me. It didn't really make sense. I didn't have the background for it. You got to make sure you have the background for a lot of things. That's important for all knowledge. So, that's another way to look at why you need to prepare in advance. It takes a long time to get that background in your head and develop knowledge properly. You got to realize modern education is about memorizing a lot of stuff as fast as you can. That's its focus. That's what you do a lot in high school and college. That's what it's chosen to do. It's not about really deep understanding, really understanding cause-effect relationships and being able to use something in your life. So you got to work on doing some of that yourself. I know you can't do it for everything you learn because there's so much. Just do it for the stuff that you can. Pick a little bit, learn something a little more in depth, learn something else a little more in depth. Some of it, to maintain decent grades, you just have to memorize. That's just the way it is. Go for maybe B's if that gives you more time to really understand. You don't necessarily have to go for A's. Just because you do real well in school and get A's doesn't mean necessarily that you're prepared for the SAT or ACT, because it takes more understanding. So some things you want to work on are grammar somehow or other. Sentence diagramming is one option. Make sure you know your parts of speech, how to break apart a sentence into subject, verb, prepositional phrases, subordinate clauses, some basics like that. Learn some idiom, some unusual ways in which words are used. Like we make fun of, not make fun with, things like that. Or you're in love with, not in love for, or something like that. Those are idioms of English. And learn some writing. Make sure you know how to write fairly well. That's an important skill in life anyway, in life and at work. So it's not just for the SAT and ACT, but it should be for expressing your thoughts, helping you to think better, being able to write things when you're an adult. It's very important. Make sure you do a lot in math, so you can do some mental math. You can use your calculator. About functions and graphing, using numbers, geometry. You have to know a lot of that to do decent on the SAT and ACT. And that stuff helps you in college anyway. You'll have to take some college math, so might as well just prepare yourself for it and make it easy. Work on reading. You can hire a tutor, junior high school or so, have someone work with you or your children in reading and writing and some mathematics. Make sure you develop the know-how. You might want to get someone to help you or your child make good grades, but also make sure someone is spending time teaching the child to understand so they're really ready for the tests. And then when you get maybe a year out or so, make sure you're going over some review sheets. You can look up some review for grammar, and you can look up some sheets online for like algebra first semester review, geometry final review, things like that, and go over those to make sure it's automatic. You reviewed it and you can do it really quickly, because you can't merely know the stuff that you're doing on the test. You have to know how to do it fast, because remember, it's a timed test. So it's knowledge that comes automatically, so you can do it really quickly. So try to work on some of this ahead of time. Don't just wait till the last minute. Do some last minute preparation and reviewing, but try to get ready for it way ahead of time. And what's more, that helps you for adult life, for college, for work, for writing things to friends and political people and so on. So it is a lot more application and benefit than just the test. But let's get started early so we can do really well, beat out the competition. Thank you.